Hello, my
Hi,
name is.
hello, welcome.
Hello,
What?
hello. No, sorry. I have a little bit of a delay, Trevor. I have to warn you and the audience right now. Um,
Yeah, we'll have fun with it at least. I just didn't hear what you said
abs-
before.
Great. I said, hello, my name is Nacho. Let me tell you about the
Welcome,
Long Island iced tea.
welcome to call time.
This is call time. The show where we don't do musicals often, but we should.
Call time, call time, call time, call time. Isn't that how that song ends?
Beautiful. That was
Yeah.
great. Hey, everyone. What's up?
Hi, welcome.
Hi. Welcome to another awkward start of our show.
Yeah, made even more awkward by a delay, but you know what? I'm not embarrassed by anything anymore. So
I mean, like, why would we, right?
yeah,
At this
what
point,
what would be what would be there
yeah.
to be embarrassed about? But Nacho, where are you in the world at the moment?
I'm in the part of the world, in the state of Long Island. Um, yeah,
Wow.
I figure it should
The
be a
state
state,
of
right?
Long Island.
Yeah, right. It's an island, right? So, what was stopping them from making it a state, right? It's its own isolated thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
I'm inclined to agree with you. My parents both grew up in Long Island. It's a unique little microcosm, I think, compared to. It's also
absolutely.
like it's one of the most populated areas that's not part of the contiguous United States.
Is it? Is it very
I mean,
populated?
if you count Brooklyn and Queens as part of Long Island, yeah.
So it's the most populated island.
It would be, I guess, the most populated island, probably. I mean, in the United States for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe Honolulu has more people, but I don't know.
Oh, okay, maybe that
Maybe.
would make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it should be a
This is
state.
really this is exciting trivia, I guess that we're kind of
There you
getting
go.
into now. Yeah.
I have to say also, Trevor, I'm getting a bit anxious that I can't. Two things. First of all, that I can't see how many audience members we have, which is
Ah,
something
maybe.
backstage right now. So to everybody who's watching the show, you should know since I'm doing this trip and everything. Like I'm currently backstage, so I can't see what's going on behind stage. So
So you
please,
can't control anything either. So I'm fully in control tonight.
absolutely. So
Ah.
I don't know how many audience members there are. And the second thing that's freaking me out is that my video is inverted, so that like if I move in
Ah.
one direction, it moves in the other way around. It's just like freaking me out.
So
Um,
you're tonight is a challenge episode for you.
oh, absolutely. But I think it makes sense that I wouldn't have control of this episode, Trevor. Because okay, maybe we haven't introduced yet what's the topic of the show of this
I don't think
episode.
we've even introduced what the show is yet. We
Oh
usually
yeah,
do
that's
that
right.
pretty
Yeah,
fast.
maybe we should do that. I think like okay, Katinskaya doesn't need to know like what our show is, but there's
Yeah.
just like an uncertain amount of number of people watching right now that I
Yeah,
cannot.
I will not tell you at any point how many
Okay,
people are
yeah,
watching the
that's good.
show.
That's good. I'm gonna create like an idea of
All
how
I'll
many.
say, Nacho, all I'll say is the number would shock you.
Okay, then it's not zero because that would be usual. It's something something above zero.
Yeah, good guess.
No, but also like so. Just to let people know, I'm here in the state of Long Island. I'm visiting a friend who's living here, working in a lab, and his flatmates, which have been really nice. And I'm in a beautiful place. Like it's honestly, it's like a mansion. Check this out. Like check this out. This garden they have like in the back,
Wow. Wow.
right?
Is this part of the lab?
No. This is their garden.
Oh, wow. This is a nice garden.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, we had a beautiful barbecue, so I'm enjoying my time here a lot.
Nice.
And yeah, I hope the 27 people in the audience right now,
Wow.
like enjoy that I'm taking my time here to talk to them.
Yeah, I hope so too. 28 people now. Numbers keep going up.
I don't buy it. Sure.
No, but thank you all for watching. And in case you haven't already noticed, there's in the comment section wherever you're watching in Twitch, Facebook, or on YouTube, you can see a comment from the Comedy Cafe Berlin with a link to StreamYard, and you can click on that link and you can join us because this is a call-in show, and we like to talk to people, whether it's people we know or people we have never met and may never meet. It's a nice chance to just talk to somebody and connect from across the world.
Yeah. This is our show. This is Call Time. It's a show where you guys called, and we need you. We need you to call. We need you to talk to us, and we usually have a topic in mind. So we'll do that so that you guys have an idea of like what we wanted to talk. And I guess like now I can say what I was gonna say before, which was
please now.
Like,
now that we have 40 people watching.
Yeah, I would feel that like having any control on this show would be like defeating the purpose of the show itself. Because so this is a show about a topic that Trevor wanted to do like a few weeks ago, and I thought it was a total bummer. And basically the topic of the show is maybe Trevor, if you can like insert it. It's tonight's topic is pulling the rug out, which is
not like a weird euphemism for something. Now that I read it, it looks like it could be.
No, I guess it's what does it mean?
It's a euphemism, I guess. But
it is a euphemism, right?
Yeah.
Or a metaphor.
Yeah.
So it's when somebody like kind of you wanted something and you were expecting something, and suddenly somebody just pulls it from underneath you. And I guess like that's what I did to Trevor a few weeks ago when he wanted to do an episode about this, and I was like, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
So
although
I think,
Nacho, the way you're telling the story makes the people out there think that we like really deliberate ahead of time over these different topics, and that like there's a debate. There's usually like almost nothing.
Yeah.
In fact, when I proposed this topic again tonight, I had no idea that you even agreed to it.
Yeah, exactly. And also like it's not like you guys need to think like how little we think about these topics. Like it's not like we like do we throwing 5 topics and then we choose the best one. It's like we have done 5 topics overall.
Oh my God! Talking about pulling out the rug, Nacho. I don't know what has happened, but your sound just went absolutely insane. I hope that didn't happen for anyone else out there, but
it didn't happen for me. So
yeah, no, because it was your sound.
Well, yeah, I guess.
So sound off in the comments if Nacho's sound just went insane. But yeah, so the only reason this was a bummer, I'll say, this topic was because I think I proposed it to you after the Berlin rent cap had been pulled back. And I was thinking, like we can kind of capitalize on the conversation. And everyone is saying that your audio did go crazy. And Josh Selchin said my ears hurt, and yeah, my ear kind of hurts too. It was, I don't know what happened to your microphone.
Wow, it's like I cannot even imagine. Like we
massive jump scare. Yeah, Nacho, that was thrilling, really thrilling.
we must be losing like dozens of viewers by the minute.
Strangely, we've gained dozens of viewers, if you'll believe it or not.
What number are we right now? Like,
I'm not telling you. This whole show, you're not going to know. You're not going to have any idea.
So yeah. So I have the idea now that we're around 70, 80 viewers. So thank you guys. This is like, it's been humbling to have so many people watching. What does Mati say?
Mati is listening on her phone while she rides a bike. So that's kind of fun that she's just listening. That's nice.
Yeah. Also, she says, so be careful that I don't die.
Yeah, basically, yeah, don't, Nacho, don't do anything sudden, or hopefully your microphone stays calm while Matilda is on her bike.
Right.
Okay. Just Matilda's life is in your hands right now, Nacho.
Okay, wow, that's a lot of pressure. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything startling. I hope so. So back to what you were saying. Yeah, I think one of the reasons that like I thought the episode was a bummer because you were relating the episode to what was going on in Berlin, which like it's a bummer. So let's not talk about that.
Yeah, I thought maybe it would like be one of these things where like, oh, through that bummer, people could share interesting stories, and I still feel that way. But I realized I wanted to bring the topic back because I thought of a different story that is just lighthearted and fun.
That's great. No, also like it wasn't really like I pulled the rug on the episode itself. I think we just like we rarely come up with more than one idea, but that day we came up with another idea that was great, so we just
Yeah,
went with it, right. So
yeah. And
no,
I have no recollection of what that one was, but
I don't remember a single show we ever did. What I do know, however, is that we're around like 6 months away from the end of our poetry competition that we started in
true.
January.
This is that we're
So
at the halfway point.
yeah, we're still accepting poems. We have a poem from Dan Stern, a poem from Dries. We have a poem which is a lyric from a song from Justin Timberlake. So we are accumulating overs, and you can send yours before the end of January 2022. So yeah, just a quick reminder for our usual listeners.
Yeah, and you
Um,
can call in and submit them too, because again, the part of the show is that we do need you to call in, so
yeah,
you
how's
can.
the calling going, Trevor? Because like I cannot, as I am a
I,
guest, I cannot see if we have any callers yet.
I think you would be able to see if we had callers, but I could be wrong. But we do not have any callers at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
So
wouldn't
please
see.
call in anyone who's watching, even if you've never called in before. It's a good time, and we can talk about a time that the rug was pulled out for you. Maybe we can start. I can start with the story that I was reminded of, and I'm glad you brought up Dan Stern because Dan is the reason that I remembered this, and maybe he's watching. But I was helping Dan with an audition, filming an audition for a commercial this weekend, and I have done a lot of auditions for commercials too. And I find that like the audition process for commercials often involves doing embarrassing things, and even auditioning in general like involves embarrassing things sometimes, or it
Yeah,
shouldn't at least.
saying your name to a camera is embarrassing in itself.
That's true, and yeah, having to say how old you are, having to
Yeah,
say, uh, uh, and but more often than not, like for acting purposes, the embarrassing stuff is like what they ask you to do. It's like, most of these commercials they ask you to like pretend you're eating our delicious cheese, and you just love the cheese. Reminds you of how nice life is. That's a bad example, but the particular story. Oh wait, we have some comments coming in. Let's see. What is it? People backstage can't see other people backstage. Oh, I'm
oh, so
sorry.
there could be like dozens of people calling right now.
There
You
could be,
shouldn't tell
and
me.
I
You shouldn't tell
was
me how many callers we have.
I will tell you when we have callers.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Oh, don't tell you. Just bring them
Yeah,
in.
don't tell me. Yeah.
Okay.
And
So
and if
anyway, I
they
was
start
reminded.
piling up, just don't tell
Yeah,
me as well. Like I figure like out of the 80 viewers that we have right now, probably like I don't know, 2 dozen would call. So yeah, just don't
I
let
think
me
that
know.
that averages out correctly. I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I was reminded of this time where I when I first moved to Berlin and first starting to like look for acting or commercial things to audition for, I used to go on Craigslist a lot. And there used to be like actual jobs that would get posted there on Craigslist. I don't think that happens anymore. I think like none of these people post in there. But most of it is just kind of not real, or it's like people looking for like porn hookups. Like
Yeah.
I need a person to help me film this porn video. Blah 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 blah. But occasionally there were some acting jobs, and I would respond to them every now and then, and they would work sometimes. Like they'd be jobs. And so one time I went on this casting that was like admittedly kind of like weird. The film itself was like about it was about a young man. Like the casting was for male actor, like 22 to 26, I think is what they specified, who was like discovering that they had a cat fetish, like a cat kink. And so it was all about like going to Berlin nightclubs and discovering they liked dressing up like a cat. And I was like, okay, well, that's like a interesting film, perhaps, or
Sounds like
something. I
right
don't
up
know.
your alley. I think that you would pull that character off, Trevor.
Yeah, I could. Like it was like, okay, that's unusual for me, but I'll do the audition because it's like a paid job, and why not?
Yeah.
And there was like an immediate red flag when I asked, like, is there anything I should know, like anything for the audition that I should like prepare in any way? And they're like, no. the director doesn't want you to know anything and wants to gauge your reactions while they work with you. And I was like, okay.
Yeah.
This will be strange.
How surprised am I gonna be doing this thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I'm a relatively, I guess I'm paranoid, perhaps. I'm a little bit of a paranoid. I like to like imagine what motives people have and stuff. So I'm starting to already like suspect that like something is weird with this. And then when I show up at the audition, they're like, okay, call when you're here and like we'll bring you in. And so I call and they bring me in like through a back door, and I realize the audition is taking place in another room and that like they've avoided the other room. And they're like, okay, so just you stay back here, and when the other audition is over, we'll call you in. But you have to wear this like cat eye mask. And I was like, okay, weird. And then like I couldn't hear anything, I couldn't see anything that was going on in the audition. But when I'm called in, there's another guy walking out, and he's wearing also a cat eye thing. I'm like, okay, like this is like something fishy is going on with this. And then I go into the audition. Yeah, and it's these three people, three women sitting at a table, and they've got. Oh, and the other weird thing is that they put a microphone on me, a radio mic, and I was like, this is not normal. Like no one does this for an audition. And so they brought me in, and there's like three women sitting at the casting desk with a camera, and I'm just standing there, and it seems normal, like doesn't seem weird or anything like that. But then the assistant director starts talking, and she's talking like as if the director is someone very important. Like she's going like, now Gabriella here is our director, and she really wants the piece to be like emotional, and she's like kind of acting a little bit. I'm like, wait, like this is really like what's going on here?
Yeah.
And I just kind of
camera vibes.
Yeah, well, I just kind of going along with it, and I'm like, okay, like maybe this is their process. I don't know. And then they start basically making me do all these like weird dance things, and there's like no acting involved. It's just basically trying to put me in different positions to do weird things with this cat outfit. And then eventually they stop and they're like, okay, and then the director speaks, and she like is acting so over the top like a director, like being like, no, it's not right. It's not, I need you to do this. And I'm like, whoa, like this is weird. So basically I just keep going along with it, but all the time I'm thinking like, this is a fucking prank show. I'm on like a weird like prank show. And then eventually they talk to me after. They're like, okay, I'm sorry, but we can't give you the role. And I was like, okay, like that's fine. They're like, that's because there is no role, because this was a prank sketch. And then I'm like, I didn't react at all because I was like, yeah, I know. It couldn't have been more obvious to me. And like,
that sounds very lame.
Yeah, gosh, they should have auditioned the person playing the director better. Yeah, but here's the other reason I was curious about it, because I went to look it up. I went to see if it was like online, and I don't think they put it out. I don't know why. I got paid for that, I should say. They paid me to do that at least. But it's not online. But now I'm like constantly, not constantly, but like when I look for it, I'm like having to search like cat kink audition Berlin, like cat fetish audition prank Berlin.
Wait, was it a German show or an American show?
I don't know what it was. Everything was in English, but I think they were like starting a YouTube channel, and they were trying to do like sketch comedy. But now, like if I try to search for this video, the only thing that comes up is porn stuff. So like I'm never gonna find it.
Wow, what a story!
So if anyone can find it by searching cat kink prank Berlin.
Oh yeah, let's crowdsource this. Let's use our massive audience to sleuth the internet for evidence of this thing that you're saying.
The title of the fake film was called Pussy Papa. So anyone wants to Google Pussy Papa and see if you can find it. I'm not going to do it myself, but yeah.
Okay, Trevor, I have a key question here.
Yeah.
What is the rug here, and who pulled it out? Because I don't understand this.
Well, I guess it was like a little bit of the tables turned a little bit in this one. Like it was a casting that I was expecting. I was going to because I wanted a job. Like
Right.
that's why I went to it. And so they like pranked me, which I think is not great to do to people.
So the job was the rug.
The casting, yeah, like that. This was an authentic experience that I was. A person
the
looking
promise
for
was
work.
of a job. Yeah.
I see. And like I think that was kind of pulled out for me mid experience. I realized it, and then like ultimately I continued to give them what they were looking for, like because I'm I guess a nice person and a damn good improviser.
Yeah, you were too good. They probably didn't know that they were like in the presence of the great Trevor Silverstein, like prankster supreme, like all knowledgeable in sketch comedy. That like you sniffed them out.
Yeah. So then I pulled the rug out on them, I guess, by being like, I knew pretty much the whole time.
Right.
Yeah. So does that satisfy your demands, Nacho?
Yeah, I think so. But I'm thinking like, what would happen if you would have freaked out, like that you would have turned the sketch on them, kind of like.
Yeah, I think in hindsight, I could have done that. I could have been selfish and like used it for my own chance to perform and not let them in on the fact that I knew. Right. But I don't know. I'm also like, I was a little disappointed that it wasn't a real job too. So like, I was kind of like annoyed.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah. And I apparently it never came out, I guess, unless these people are watching now.
But did you sign a release, or they probably didn't want to use you in the end anyway, because you were too cool?
I mean, as far as I can tell, they didn't use anybody.
Right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. But maybe because it didn't work with anybody. Maybe everybody was like, "This sucks."
Maybe, yeah. I mean, I would be surprised if it worked with anybody. That was the level of acting that was going on. Oh, here's the thing. Here's the thing that like truly revealed everything. That was really a stupid oversight on their part, which is that I could see that they were wearing microphones. That was a huge oversight. Because that was like, once I saw that, and it was about halfway through the audition, I saw that the woman playing the director was wearing a microphone, and I was like, oh, okay.
Like that's the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
You didn't. Yeah. Could have been a little smarter.
That doesn't work. Have you seen this dumb movie in Netflix with like the pranks?
The Bad Trip?
Yeah. Have you seen it?
It's good. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, it's actually good. It's pretty
It's really good.
Yeah, this is a weird movie that is on Netflix right now it's actually a movie, like a fiction movie that is like composed out of a series of pranks with real people appearing on screen.
Yeah. And I just want to say now to the 80 people watching, don't wait. Go see the movie after the show. Don't go now.
Yeah, right. How are like 2,000 callers? Are they anxiously waiting for?
Yeah, callers, come on, people. Anyone who wants to talk to us about literally anything. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to have a good story at all. You can just come and hang out with us for a little bit. It's really not a big deal. Josh also says, "Bad Trip is so fun!" Exclamation.
It is fun. But yeah, I don't know if I have like actually a story of like somebody pulling the rug on me. Or I guess like, I don't know. It's not like it's not like a very usual metaphor in Spanish. So I don't like. I don't immediately. I probably people have done it. And I've probably been in that kind of situation, but it's just something that perhaps since we don't have like the saying, then we just don't associate and don't keep it recalled. But if anybody does, please feel free to chat.
There we go. We've got our first caller of the evening.
Oh, there we go.
Probably crowd favorite. If we did a poll, I would say that they'd be near the top of the list, if not at the top. Everyone, give a warm welcome to our friend Josh. Josh, welcome to the stream. Hello.
I'm already in. I wasn't expecting to come in already. Hey, guys.
Oh, you weren't expecting to come in already? No. We can let you sit a little bit while on the backstage. We're only 25 minutes into the show.
Right.
No, it's all right.
Like
It's all right.
also, Josh, probably I don't know how many colors we have on the line. Probably there's like 26 or something, and Trevor's just pacing himself. But when you called, like he just had to,
You jumped ahead of
He
everyone
just
else.
he wanted to cut you off, Nacho. He wanted to pull the rug out from underneath you.
Yeah.
There you go. How's it going, Josh?
I'm all right. I'm actually we booked tickets to go to the United States months ago
Nice.
because they were insanely cheap for July, right? We're going in July, and they were fully refundable. So we figured there's no harm, right? Like if we can't go, then we get our money back, but at least we're spending, a half of what we would have ordinarily. But now it looks like we can actually go. So we're like starting to plan the trip. And
Nice.
actually, Nacho, we're going to be in your neighborhood, not where you are now, but where you usually are. But we are trying to go back to Brooklyn for like 3 days, back to our old neighborhood. And it's never like easy booking anything in New York City, but I have never had this much difficulty. Talking about getting a rug pulled out from underneath you. We've had twice now. We've put in like, through Airbnb and other vacation rental places, like, hi, we want to book your place, and we've gotten rejected. Like we've gotten people either not responded or like they've just declined the booking. And I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, is it because like you're coming from Germany or something, or COVID related stuff?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't seem like it. I mean, I put in that by the time we go, we'll be, at least Meg and I will be fully vaccinated. I mean,
Right.
The kids can't be, but that's whatever. But I don't know. I mean, maybe that is it. I don't know. But it's a weird experience now, like being rejected, trying to book a place in Brooklyn. That's whatever. Just that's what's been in my mind today.
That's a bit weird. I would want to inquire why. I would want to be like, could you just like give me a good reason?
Yeah, I know. Well, one of the places I'm fairly certain I know what's going on because it was like a new listing and it was like almost too good to be true. It was like 300 euros for 3 nights, which is like insane for, right around Prospect Park in Brooklyn. And then the woman didn't respond to the, the request. And then I refreshed and now there's a 7-night minimum and the price has gone up for the place. So like clearly just like, wait a second, what am I doing?
Yeah. It's when you realize you are the little fish bringing the bigger fish, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. I would say that's getting the rug pulled out for sure.
Yeah, it's. I tell you, it's been way more difficult with kids trying to book any place. I mean, first of all, you're like way more limited in terms of where you can go and what you can do. But not just this trip, but like other trips we've done over the years, we've gotten turned down from multiple vacation rentals because we would be coming in with kids. People just don't want kids. It's really weird.
Right.
That's weird. It's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude. Fucked up.
That's tough, dude.
Nacho, what are you doing in Long Island? Did I miss it? I missed that.
Yeah,
if you were talking about it.
You missed it. I'm visiting a friend.
But Josh, I can cut you a break since we only have a very small queue of callers after you that Nacho can tell you again.
Oh yeah, really? Yeah, I've been visiting a friend here from Chile that is working in a lab here in Long Island and visiting his flatmates and doing outdoor barbecues and hanging out. It's been
Nice.
super. Yeah, that's it.
Cool.
Sure, I think I'm gonna pull the rug on this episode from you. Like, what's going on?
I don't know, but
how's
let's change the topic then. I don't know. I got to tell my fun story, but if no one's inspired to call in, I guess I don't know.
Okay,
we should just do audition stories.
Yeah, audition.
Yeah, everyone can audition and bring us a topic. How about that? That'll work.
Yeah.
Oh, we do have another caller. Yeah. So Josh, thank you so much.
Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome. Thanks for doing the show. Enjoy Long Island.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Later. Well, that was very nice that Josh joined us
Very nice.
tonight.
So we have a new caller, because if not, I have a new topic though.
Okay, well, let's. What do you want to do? You want to bring in the caller for the new topic? Or you want to see what topic the new caller might bring to the table?
Who's the caller?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay. No, I think the new topic. They can also comment
Well,
on that.
Matilda said she's going to call and she's got stories. So
Okay, great.
the topic can be a bit fluid. I don't care.
No,
It doesn't bother me at all.
No, I think no, I think I wanted to I think I wanted to have like a serious discussion with our audience.
Why didn't you propose it?
Well, yeah, so I did. I told you what I thought the episode should be.
When?
This is like we're having a beef on air, guys. This is how it
When
goes.
did you tell me?
I told you last
When?
week when you talked to me after Josh and Noah wrote us. I told you
I
we
don't
should
remember.
do the episode about what should we do with call time.
Ah, you did mention that, but I misunderstood what the hell you were talking about because it was probably written in a very cryptic way.
Well, that's usually my way.
Okay, well, let's see what the caller we have wants to talk about.
Okay.
Let's welcome another probably, I'm sure, a fan favorite. So let's see the chat about to go wild for Carl. Give it up for Carl. Carl, thank you for joining us.
Yeah. Nice.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Fan favorite.
Yeah, let's hope we don't crash the YouTube chat servers now. The fucking emoji count explodes in the chat.
Yeah, well, with 134 people tuning in, who knows?
That's 134,000, I think. Trevor.
Wow. Oh, you're right. I missed
there.
It's a tiny little K next to it. You're right.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, Carl.
Hey, Carl. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no worries. I kind of had. I think I have a story that kind of fits the topic. Although
that's nice.
I'm also interested in the new topic as well.
Well, we can talk about both.
Yeah, I don't have much input on that. I was just thinking though that like I keep seeing the same usernames in the chat here and in other CCB shows, and some of them I can kind of figure out. Oh, I think that's someone who I vaguely know or whatever, like non-performers basically. But there's a bunch of people who you see in all these shows who I don't think are CCB people, and I'd love to hear from them on call time. I mean, you don't want to put anyone on the spot, but I wonder, is there anyone?
First of all, let me say this: everyone's a CCB person. I think deep down, everyone's a CCB person.
Yeah, and also like I want to say that Carl, I think like I loved the show overall, but I also mostly loved when we've heard of people that I've never met actually call us, like people that like have been like texting messages in YouTube for quite a few shows, and we've actually been very lucky to have heard from them in some of our shows. So yeah. I think
I've missed that. I don't think I've heard anyone I didn't already know.
Yeah, we have.
It's happened.
But I don't listen every week. Unfortunately, I can't make it every week.
Yeah.
I do my best. Let me tell you my story though. That I haven't thought about this in years. I think it's pretty funny. Paints me in not a very good light. I am the butt of the joke in the story. Say that again.
We love funny.
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, let's see. So this was when I was in college, right, in Dublin, in DCU, and was staying on campus. I had like basically like it was like minimum security prison. You'd share a bathroom and a kitchen with some random person. I had this random guy, really nice but really really boring dude. But anyway, often on like a Friday night, there was like a bit of a buzz around it. Like it wasn't like, it's not like you're kind of, it's imagine like kind of a big community college that had some, people staying there as well. It wasn't like a big storied university or anything. There wasn't much atmosphere to the place, but we did live basically in a quad. It was like a square building, so there was a center, but there was no hanging out in the middle of it or anything. It wasn't like, it was pretty grim. It was like kind of what you might imagine a Swedish prison to be like. But yeah, on like a Friday night, sometimes there'd be like a bit of a buzz, a bit of an atmosphere going on. There were common rooms and people would be getting drunk there, even though you weren't meant to. And kind of if it was nice out, people might be making noise in the courtyard or whatever. But I was just like preparing dinner one Friday night, kind of didn't have any specific plans. And there's a knock on my door, and I'm like, it could be anyone. Lots of my friends live in there, so without thinking about it, opened the door, and there's these two fairly attractive, fairly drunk girls who I don't recognize, who kind of are just like, hi, how's it going? And kind of just like, barge in without much resistance from me, to be honest. This is like 22-year-old kind of Carl just caught by surprise. And they're like, well, I really like your room. What's your name? I'm Allison, blah, blah. And I'm just like, hey, how's it going? Come on in. And I'm like, all right, things are looking up for Carl this weekend. Like,
hold
not
on,
really
pause right there. Pause right
Okay.
there. Like, this is like you now you're riding really high, right? Like you didn't expect anything. Now you're like, wow, my life has changed before my
I'm like, finally, this is what movies and TV have led me to believe college campus is like. This felt like something out of Fresh Prince or something, you know what I mean? When Will and Carlton go to UCLA, and I'm like, finally, things are happening. And I'm like, yeah, come on in. What's the crack? This is my crappy little TV and my dirty yellowing PlayStation and whatever. And almost immediately I find myself sitting on the bed, one of them sitting on my knee, and at that point I'm like, wait a minute, something's up here. Where's the other one? And I'm like craning my neck, just like, no, tell me more. And moments later, the other girl sticks her head in. She's like, okay, and she hops up. She's like, well, it's so nice to meet you. And they both just leave, and I'm like standing there, like, what the fuck? And I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell was that? And I go to the bathroom. I see that like my toothbrush and like my electric hair clippers is gone.
They stole your toothbrush?
What?
Yeah, I know.
Wait,
and
were they trying to get DNA? What the hell's going on?
I don't know. So I'm on ground floor and I'm right beside the main entrance. So I see them just like bursting out, falling out the front door into the quad, like laughing and stumbling over each other and stuff. And they're like, I see that they're like clutching loads of toothbrushes and stuff and like dropping toothbrushes and toothpaste on the ground. So I just rush out. And then like one by one, other random dudes start sheepishly coming out, and I'm like watching the toothbrushes get collected over the course of the next hour or so. As all these weenies like me had that rug pulled out from under them.
I got to admit, Carl, these girls sound really awesome.
They seemed real cool, They seemed real cool.
That's a pretty cool thing to do. That's really funny.
They were ahead of their time, the toothbrush thieves. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
I'm not sure what they had planned with it, to be fair enough, but
so I think
it sounds like they just wanted. This was a sort of like they're just gonna stick it to all the dumb guys. No offense.
Oh, none taken. Yeah. They were just, just expressing themselves, and fair play to them. They got me.
It also sounds like our topic changed to pranks.
I mean, that's kind of what a prank is. Pulling the rug out, I think, is also like a prank, like that you would make someone fall, right? That's the whole point too.
Right.
So I guess pranks are perfectly on par with my very good topic.
I was thinking, I do obviously have stories of times that like landlords have mildly screwed me over or whatever, but I don't think any of them are very entertaining. But they're the things I think of when about getting the rug pulled out from under you.
Yeah,
I have prank stories. If you don't me pranks, I have some prank stories.
I mean, Nacho, I told a pretty long prank story about 15 minutes ago that maybe could have inspired you.
But I thought like pulling the rug was like a bad thing, kind of like a very negative connotation kind of thing.
Yeah, sounds like you've got a very closed mind about what it means to pull up the rug.
Guys, you have to stop beefing on the air. Come on.
Anyway, Carl, did you want to?
What happened this weekend?
Nothing.
All right.
Did you want to chime in on our other topic? Nacho, what was
the future of call time?
Yeah.
Do you mean when like everything opens up and people won't want to listen?
Yeah.
No, exactly, as in like the online streaming shows are. Well, I think keep it going because nobody wants to go. Have you ever tried to put a show on a Sunday night? Well, you have, of course. It's difficult to get people out,
I think Nacho and I know quite a bit about putting a show on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
It's usually only hundreds of people that go on Sunday night.
Yeah. It's been a working method. It's worked every show that we've ever done on a Sunday night. It's just massively successful. So
yeah.
We know a thing or two, Carl. You don't need to.
No, I think in that case, you should compete directly with the Comedy Cafe on a Sunday night for audiences. Wow. That's what I think you should do going forward. Yeah, because there's just so many people wanting to do stuff.
I mean, I'm not going to comment on that. Carl, you said that. So
that was your thing, Carl.
I tell you what, I want to hear from some people who are listening in who can't go to the Comedy Cafe when it opens back up for whatever reason.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
Because it's their show,
Yeah, I think like so. Talking about the second topic, I think there's I think like yeah, the audience should know these things. There's a couple of things going on. First, that like things are possibly opening up, and like there's gonna be like live shows, so people might want to go to a live show. Then the other thing is that like Trevor and me have a beef. No, I'm kidding.
Big old beef.
The other thing is that Trevor and me have this huge time
Huge beef. This like
So,
massive
like,
beef.
So like basically you can see how bright and summery is behind me because like it's 3 p.m. here. So I think it might be like with things opening up, it might be harder for me as well to sustain like coming into the show all the time, right? Not because I'm an asshole, but just because like, you know, like I want to do barbecues and stuff on Sundays. It's a good time for that. So
Yeah.
But it's
Maybe what Nacho is saying is that call time should keep going, but he wants to be able to go to barbecues and stuff.
No, what I'm suggesting is that call time should keep going at 3 a.m., which is like more or less like 9 p.m. my time. So I think that's what we should do. So I want to ask Karinskaya and Jake Jitsu and and Carl and Josh and all our usual
To
suspects.
stay up till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I mean, Nacho, what it sounds like is that you should do a show at 9 p.m. and see who's around.
Oh my God, yeah. With all my American friends, they're gonna like definitely join my show.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we do have another caller. So,
Oh,
Carl,
wow.
I may have to ditch you here,
Yeah, cool.
but thank you so much.
Yeah, that was
Thanks, guys.
I really liked your story, and I'm glad it was on topic as well.
Mm.
And thank you for your kind words about the fact that we should keep the show going. I think that's nice too.
Thank you, Carl.
Okay, and tonight is a fan favorite night.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what this person was reacting to here, but Cat in the Sky said no. Period. Probably something applied to something you said, Nacho.
Yeah, I probably deserve it.
Cat in the Sky would really like the show to keep going, and don't worry, Cat in the Sky. We're just beefing. This is just a fun beef on air. We're just beefing. We'll figure something out. But with our next caller, I mean, this person certainly needs no introduction, and so I will just bring her on. It is Matilda.
Hey.
Hey, you guys. I don't really know where to start. I mean, I think there's a few things we need to address here.
First of all, let me
Okay.
start by saying like we're glad you made it.
Yeah,
Good,
you
yes.
didn't. Nacho's microphone didn't go crazy again. You survived.
Let me just
I'm happy
say
about that.
this show definitely works as like a podcast. It's very
Good to hear.
pleasant while riding a bike, and I thought, hey, you should do this as a podcast. Second, let's address why you guys are fighting so much. You know, I think sometimes with the people that we love the most, it's the people that we fight with the most.
Right.
And, you know, I think you're both afraid to disappoint the other. And you need to know that, you know, your creative collaboration, it shouldn't stand in the way of your friendship.
Wow, you're right. Those
Yeah,
are all the things that are those are all the
Because-
things that were flowing through my head too.
Yeah, it's this show that is ruining our friendship.
Yeah, and I feel that very strongly, and that's why I wanted to interject before it went too far, you know?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, because I think the problem is that this show is literally the only time Nacho and I talk face to face, and it's with this weird thing where we're also talking to 8,000 other people.
Yeah, so maybe take a short break from the show and just, you know, catch up and like bond again. You know, take time for your friendship.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you work with people you love, it's like, you know, you get into this mode where all you do is work, but maybe it's a little bit more talk that you need.
True, yeah. I think Nacho, we've been working too hard on this show. I think.
Yeah. You know, you're wearing yourself thin.
Right, yeah.
And when you have nothing to give and someone tries to take something, you know, that's just a bigger hole.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think you have a point. Like, we are having this friendship live on air, like, but then you ask yourself, is our friendship a show, right?
Right.
Wow.
Is it even real?
Yeah, but now that
Wow.
we've sorted this, I do want to talk about the topic.
Okay.
No, I want to pause for a second. Nacho, I feel like we missed a huge opportunity when you were still in Berlin to do a show called Our Friendship is a Show. I think
This friendship is our show tonight.
Yeah, I think we missed out. I mean, I think that was clear. I think that was obvious to everyone, but we missed out on an opportunity there.
Oh, that's
Our
great.
friendship exists solely in performing for other people. No, that's a lie.
I literally can't wait to go back to Berlin and come up with a new concept for a show, even for one night only, you know?
Yeah.
So first, like, I want to talk about the, like, saying, pulling the rug from under your feet. I think it's so funny because it's like either people must have been lighter back then when sayings were invented, but like you can't pull a rug from under anyone's feet, like unless it's a child.
No,
so like
you can.
No way.
I'm not sure I agree with you, Matilda.
I think physically you can, but they have to be standing. They have to be standing on the other edge of the rug.
Yeah, but if you're standing in the middle of a rug, you try pulling it.
Yeah.
Depends.
You know, mostly you just kind of slide with the rug.
Depends how fast you pull the rug out.
If anybody in the audience is willing to try this live, please call.
But then I do have a story that was a little bit inspired by what Josh told. When I moved to New York to go to uni, my mom had booked an apartment for me, my dad, and my mom to stay in before I could move into the dorms. And she had booked it through Craigslist. And she had put a down payment of like $600 for this apartment because, you know, they were staying in New York for a while. And we arrived to New York in the middle of the night. It was 2 a.m. And we have all the luggage of me moving. So I had my violin. We had like 4 suitcases. It was like a lot of stuff. And we arrive at this apartment in Chinatown. Of course, this apartment doesn't exist. This was a fake. So we were sitting on the street in the middle of the night with nowhere to go. And this is a fact that we obviously as Europeans had no idea, but apparently like moving in weekend is like a big thing in America. So every single hotel in Manhattan was like booked out. And so my mom and I are sitting on the street. It's 4 a.m. in Chinatown. And we're sitting on the street with luggage. And my dad just keeps going to every hotel asking if there's room for us to sleep in. And then we finally get one room with one small double bed for all of us to share. And so my beginning of living in New York was sharing a bed with my parents in a small hotel in Chinatown.
That's so New York. That's so
a very classic Italian immigrant story.
We had 10 dimes in one. But
with my fiddle.
First thing I noticed is that you share the same definition of pulling the rug out that I do. Not this like Trevor prank style. I'm trying to make more beef.
Yeah, you really.
Beefing. I don't like this.
Nacho's like he's like Mr. Beef tonight. He's like
Nacho.
That's the topic. Nacho has this like top secret topic, which is that he's the beef master. I think is what
it's beef time.
You should stop beefing. You need to know that today I was looking at a cookbook with Trevor, and there was a whole page about barbecue, and I just started crying because I miss you and our barbecues. So maybe stop beefing.
This is 100% true, Nacho. She was staring at a page that said barbecue food, and she started crying and said, "I miss Nacho."
Oh my god, that's absurd. That's crazy. You would have loved the barbecue yesterday. We did a barbecue. We had 2 grills going, like a gas grill for the veggies and another one for the meats. It was like, spot on.
I do also think, Nacho, like in order for you to kind of remain a liked person, it would be important for you to stop talking about all the stuff you're doing.
Right.
I think it's important for you to remain in the camp of people we don't despise.
Right. You're gonna hate the next thing I'm gonna do then.
Cool.
You don't have to say it though.
Well, I will. You're gonna hate the next segment of the show, I think.
The next segment of the show?
There's a segment?
Our last call.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna hate this. I'm not sure why, but we'll find out.
This is gonna be great for me.
Okay.
What's going on?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Nacho, are you like on drugs?
No, I haven't been on drugs in years. Maybe that's
What is happening? Why is it silent?
why am I what? Because
I just hear bird chirpings. What's going on?
That's Nacho's microphone.
There's birds. I can't avoid it.
No, but I'm saying like there's something weird going on, right?
No.
Mati, I don't know. You're now digging for something. I'm not sure what.
Yeah,
okay,
no.
well then I'll just shut the fuck up.
It's all cool.
You said you've got stories, Mati. Did you have any other?
More
topics?
stories.
Or do you have some? Or do you want to talk about the other topic, which is the future of call time?
Well, I feel like Call Time is a cold weather show. So
It's a good point. I think that's a good point.
It's not a summer show because, like, even today, I really had a hard time making it back on time. That being said, it was very good to listen to on the bike. But I do think it's a winter show. It's something that you want to cozy up with and drink tea.
Yeah, I agree with that. Especially like when people start like going to parks and coming back late home. Like I think it kind of like, it's mostly a winter show. And I think like I agree with you that it would work perfectly as a podcast. It's just that like, how do you do a live podcast? Then it's kind of like it's the same thing, basically. So yeah.
I mean, you guys could also pre-record a podcast and then just.
But I like the live aspect because like, how am I going to like do a podcast without like comments from Carl and Josh and Katinskaya and.
I mean, this is sounding a lot like a you problem.
Is it? I don't know. Let's say, what do our audiences think about like us making a podcast instead of like allowing you guys to call? I think that's the essence of the show.
Yeah.
Why am I not being trusted? Why am I suspicious? I'm just calling. I'm just here.
No, they say like I'm suspicious. I think they're saying that.
Yeah, not you. You're not suspicious. Carl was saying he doesn't trust you, but that you and Carl can beef about that separately.
Well, I don't trust some dude who has some chick steal his toothbrush.
Wow. What a
we're
positive
gathering
show
DNA.
we got here tonight.
That's my thing.
What?
What do you say, Trevor?
I said, what a positive show we have tonight.
Yeah.
Katinskaya said yes. Katinskaya, what do you mean?
Yes to the podcast, probably.
Oh, to the podcast.
No, keeping it live, I think. Carl said you got to keep it live.
That's nice. Yeah, I think we would love to keep it alive. We also thought like about doing it once a month as well, so that could be a possibility. Yeah.
I do. I mean, like, I think you should keep doing it at least once a month.
Yeah. No, that we could do, definitely.
Yeah.
Nacho, I can't believe this is the topic you wanted to have, which is to talk about what we could possibly just do with the show.
Well, I thought that people would actually call and comment on this. I wanted to hear what Jiu-Jitsu and Katinskaya and like Mini and everybody had to say about this.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I think you got to do what makes you happy and just be careful to like, separate work and play as much as you can.
Yeah, I agree, Katinskaya. I agree. I think we're all in agreement. Let's
We're keeping it live. We're doing it live. We're keeping it live.
Yeah,
We're staying.
a
You're
lot.
staying alive.
Ah, ah,
Uh.
it's staying live.
Okay, you're staying live.
Beautiful,
You
beautiful.
can
And
tell by the
live.
way we talk our talk
We use our voice.
that we are woman's man.
Beautiful. That was great.
Yeah, I did have more stories, but now I'm forgetting them all.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe I'll give you a break to think of your stories if we don't have any more callers. But I want to do our famous classic last call,
Please.
our last cocktail, preparing us for last call. And I have is Cam there? No, I was
No.
supposed to, he was not going to be here, but I have a very special thing going on here because my friend Diego, who's Chilean, just made me a nice pisco cocktail here.
Ooh.
This is the thing I was being suspicious about that I was going to have and be able to enjoy as my usual thing of like enjoying something that you guys cannot appreciate from afar. Yeah.
Wait, so what is it? A pisco sour? Is that what you have?
Diego, is this a pisco sour? It looks like a pisco sour, but I don't know. I don't know if they're listening now, but
Okay.
I'm
It
gonna,
looks really nice.
yeah, it has some egg whites on top, so it might be a pisco sour.
Mm. Oh, we do have a final.
It is
caller,
a biscuit
so-
sour. Diego comes in and tells
Okay.
me it's a biscuit
You
sour. Oh,
you guys can kick me out.
So Mati, we're gonna take our last caller, but thank you so much for calling. And
Yeah, I'm sorry I antagonized. I didn't mean to.
no,
it's
it's
okay.
fine.
I think you revealed that our friendship is a show, and I think like now the audience deserve to know that.
Yeah, we pulled the rug out on everyone this whole time. Our friendship
right,
was
yeah.
show all along.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, Mati.
Mati.
So how's the drink, Nacho?
Oh, it's spectacular. Like this is a perfectly made pisco sour, but also Diego has like brings from Chile this great pisco. So the pisco is especially tasty, very, very nice, very deep. Yeah, very nice. I think Cam would
Very
enjoy
good.
it. He would be proud.
I'm sure I would enjoy it as well. Okay, so we do have one more caller, last caller of the night, and you got your wish, Nacho, someone you wanted to hear from, so we can welcome to the stream Jade Jitsu. Jade Jitsu, hello.
Hey.
Hey guys, please keep it live. No, seriously. At first it was a struggle to find things to do during lockdown. Then seeing CCB come online with some shows, and then you guys on Sunday. It's just great to hear at some really lively conversations that were something other than about COVID or rockets in Israel and stuff like that. It was just it's really nice to sort of close out the weekend and get ready for the week. Just hearing you guys talk and chit chat about
Thank you. That's
sometimes
very-
really interesting and funny topics.
Oh, that's very nice to hear.
very nice. We appreciate it.
And the unpredictable nature too of at times with some of your calls. I'll never forget the turtle guy.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, turtle. I think like Trevor, every time tonight you said like one of the favorite colors of the show. I was thinking you meant turtle. Without this Josh or Carl or Matty.
Yeah, if only Turtle would have called back in and saved everything. But JJC, that's very, very kind of you. I think Matilda also wants to echo that by saying it's the sweetest, and I feel like a bad person for being so antagonistic.
Yeah, so
very nice.
regardless, if you guys take it to once a month or every other week or whatever, we'll be there to watch and listen and maybe occasionally call in.
That means a lot to the both of us, I think.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. I want to ask you, Jiu-Jitsu, how did you find out about the show? Like through in all the CCV shows?
Yeah. Well, my partner and I, we used to live in Berlin, and funny story, kind of like having the rug pulled out from underneath me. I
There you
ended
go.
up getting deported.
Oh
Oh
wow,
no.
that's a
Yeah,
pull.
yeah, no, yeah. Well, I only registered. Well, I have a permanent residency in the Czech Republic. Yeah, and this allows me to work in the EU. And I didn't realize I had to register in more than one office. So I registered in Berlin office for my new address and everything, and I thought I was set. But apparently, I needed to register in some state office for immigration or something, and failing to do that, it was yeah, I was told I had to leave the country, unfortunately.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, but
I'm
yeah, we
sorry.
were
I'm
we
sorry
were
that that happened.
Yeah.
yeah, but we'll be finding our way back. We were going to the CCB shows when this was before COVID times, obviously, and yeah, and then yeah, like we arrived in Prague, and during lockdown saw that you guys were putting on some shows on online, and yeah, that's how we found out about Call Time.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Amazing.
what a story. Yeah, that's very
Yeah.
cool. So it's you and your partner actually watching always?
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
Very cool.
yeah. We love what you guys do.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's so kind. Yeah. And yeah, hopefully we can, or at least I can catch you at CCB in the near future, and Nacho in the future as well at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. So you guys,
Um,
wish you all the best.
Yeah,
you
we're
too.
we're
Thank you so much.
goodbye. Let's not say goodbye. This is not the point.
Okay.
I think, but
No, yeah,
Yeah.
This is not goodbye. Isn't that? There's nothing
Yeah.
ending. That's why I was also nervous about Nacho's topic too, because it's like you can see based on reactions.
because that's what we do, right? I mean, like it's I think it's a great topic to talk about. Like, we just can discuss it and create ideas and come up with, like, that's what we made this show. We made this show so that we could like reach out to people and just talk to whoever wanted to show up to the show consistently. And I think yeah, so that's why it's really great to hear you out and hear your story about how you heard about the show. It means a lot to us to do so.
Well, anyways, hope to see you guys in Berlin soon
Absolutely.
Yes, hopefully.
after I get
Thank
my
you,
vaccine.
JJ.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Yes.
Bye.
Wow, what a nice note to end this one show on, not the whole show. To end this one
Absolutely.
show on.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, so that brings us to the end of our evening tonight, and man, we had so many viewers, Nacho. You wouldn't believe me if I told you how many.
Oh
viewers
my God. Yeah, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
You said 100 something at some point. Like, that's
Yeah, and it kept going up, surprisingly.
wow. Okay, yeah, that's crazy. Like, it generally doesn't do that.
No, it
Wow.
was to pull the rug out on you. It was around our normal.
Yeah, I want to apologize to all the other callers that couldn't come up to the show. Like, I'm sure Trevor had a long line of people like waiting and had to like, pick and
Just
choose.
rejecting people.
Right. Yeah. Our favorites and yeah, but yeah, thanks for everybody for being out there and calling and commenting like always. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, if you want to support the theater while it's still closed, you can go to comedycafeberlin.com/donate or buy some merch as well. If you do comedycafeberlin.com/merch. Matilda says, love you. And yeah, and there's all kinds of exciting shows happening at CCB on Fridays and Saturdays now. Yeah, buy yourself a ticket or a monthly pass, and they're really cool. I think I was talking to Noah about this last night. I think we're doing stuff here. We're ahead of the curve. Maybe we're doing some cool stuff that other theaters will slowly catch up with, perhaps.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And yeah, so see you guys soon, and with another episode of This Friendship Is Our Call tonight.